Welcome back, everyone. We've got 4 lovely new Ashfoot to introduce you to. But before that, I thought now would be a good time to discuss the retirement mechanic. When
That's
when a
assuming we
character,
survive.
yeah, I'm not assuming you'll survive. I'm just making sure that we don't waste this moment before we know if you survive or not. So when a character accumulates 6 veteran abilities, they can't gain any more. Uh, but they gain the ability to retire, and there's a number of retirement options. I've asked everybody to look over the retirement options. Does everybody know how they're going to be retiring, assuming they survive?
Well, since you wrote one for me as we were getting ready for this session, I think I would go with the become legend one.
So that's the one where you wander off into the sunset and become a myth, right?
Yeah, that
Very
seems like
cool.
very Jack-ish.
And the way that that helps the town is that that you become a support box, that your character can come back one time as this legendary supporting character. Cool. Irma, Grigsby, do you know how you're going out if you survive this?
Either way, we're going to be remembered. Oh, come on, that's good. Tough crowd. Oh my goodness.
Hey, nobody laughed at my you may
I'm gonna siphon that one out.
Oh,
So I don't know.
God, that one hurt so bad.
Oh, come on, tough crowd.
No, it's not tough crowd. It's, we can't let your genius really come to fruition there.
Deathwish. I got sunglasses here.
Irma, have you given a thought to how you're going to retire?
I really wish you had one of a going rogue leader, because she would probably do that. I haven't decided. I think honestly, if she were to retire, I think it would honestly depend on the fiction that happens there at the last moment.
All right, I guess we'll see how it plays out if you make it to the end. So,
Exactly.
in each of the Furs squads that got destroyed, 2 of them managed to come back as Ashva. There's one that has a strange vibrating motion to its body. One that has grown a chitinous layer of armor, replacing the lost armor from before. One who is moving super fast, and one who just looks really tired.
Okay.
Like the Ginyu Force.
What was that?
Tired seems like an interesting power.
So your best bet there is that when you get a really strong mutant power, you need to fuel it with mutagen to be able to use it. And this one just used up all of its mutagen to change, and so it's going to need to regain some before it can use its ability.
Where would it get more?
So the king has some for his own use, but he's probably not going to share. He could potentially take it from the body of other furs who have fallen. Or if he manages to get down into town, there's certainly going to be some at like the that alchemic refinery plant. There would be enough to supply all of them.
All right. Okay, so we have one more explosive shell left. Do we have a shot?
Yeah, there were no consequences on that fortune roll, so you can try and take another shot.
Did the crit effectively use part of his guard clock? I don't remember.
Yeah, that's right. He went from 6 down to 4 ticks remaining.
Yep. Okay. All right, Grigsby, why don't you? So I'm gonna load the cannon up, while Grigsby you set up a shot. Okay. So I'm gonna see if I can get this loaded up. That's 2 dice for finesse.
Mm-hmm.
And a 5.
Okay, so you successfully load the shell, and meanwhile, the furs are going to flow around Irma and push down the ramp.
Okay. Well, then that's a good shot.
And so, Grigsby, are you going to want to aim now? Okay. So you were going to aim when which nemesis strike is this? Yeah, there we go. Assault strike. The war troll reaches up over the windowsill, grabs Grigsby,
Shit.
and pulls him out the window, putting him in Deathwish position. But you do manage to aim the cannon.
How nice.
Let's see. There we go.
Okay.
So trolls are very tough creatures. They've got big, strong bodies. They don't really have weak spots. Like even if you blow their head off, they'll still be alive because their brain is distributed through their whole body. And they've got an elixir circulation system so they can regenerate from any kind of wound. However, because of the mix of ichor and elixir in their blood, they're constantly exposed to Gorgon's tears, and so if they ever feel surprised, they will turn to stone. And it's pretty easy to surprise a troll because with their distributed brain, they are very, very dumb.
Okay.
This fire
However,
control.
this one has got Grigsby out a window, so
Unless Grigsby wants to resist that.
can't resist a nemesis strike.
Oh, right. Okay. All right.
Oh
so he
yeah,
does that.
yeah. So the consequence actually for his aiming is, I'm going to say reduced effect. So you can resist that if you want. You might want to actually, because that's the difference between 1D and 2D on the, or sorry,
Right.
2D and 3D because of your special ability.
Right.
Okay, hold on. So I need to attend to my last rites, if this is it. Okay. So first, I would like to say that as I'm being thrown by this troll over, that maybe Irma and Jack both flash back to like right before when Grigsby was talking about being ready to die. And mechanically, I want to give them my effect to relay a short story to give morale.
Okay. I think you already used that. I was just listening to the last episode. And I thought you already used that.
Okay.
This is
So
also
then,
a session.
So
Alright, cool.
just to be clear for you, you're not dead. You're in Deathwish position.
right, which means if I fail, I'll die.
If you fail
Okay.
and you don't resist or use armor, yes.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Oh, do I have armor? I don't even know if I have armor. Okay, so he's throwing me,
Holding you.
holding me.
Mm-hmm. So the question is, can you do something to surprise him?
What's he wearing?
Not much.
Not much?
Yep.
How much is not much?
He's got some black iron plates that the Revenants fashioned for him, and that's about it. It doesn't count as armor or anything like that.
Right. It's just decoration.
Okay.
I'm wondering if we can flash back to having set up the expectation that this gun position might be our last stand. So we've got something rigged right here that wasn't intended for the troll, but was intended for we're here defending this position. And therefore we've got something to affect the troll with, preferably something that will surprise the troll. Any ideas for what that could be? Some kind of alchemical, for example?
If it's a last stand, you could always have a big old glitter bomb that turns into red mercury and blows the whole thing sky high. I don't imagine you'd survive that, though.
Yeah, I'd kind of be thinking about something a little less extreme. I don't think we're all ready for being in Deathwish position right now.
If you want to spend probably 2 or 3 stress, you could turn out you brought a Gatling gun or something up here. That would be
Right.
pretty surprising. But you do already have a light weapon in the form of the cannon, so.
Yeah, we do. I'm just trying to think in terms of we've got something rigged right below the troll.
Who's out the window? He climbed up the outside of the tower.
Outside of the tower. Okay, so he's hanging onto the tower, and he grabbed Grigsby
Out the window. Yep.
out the window. What if something collapsed the tower?
That would definitely surprise the troll. It would also drop Grigsby.
It would
I
drop
would
Grigsby,
imagine.
and it would drop me because I'm also in the tower.
Yes.
I'm just trying to think of something that would be a big surprise along the lines of what we might have prepared. Or
I mean,
anything.
to be clear, trolls are really dumb. They're regularly surprised by sunlight.
Yeah. Oh my
Like,
goodness! The sun
Grigsby
came up.
just brought a kazoo.
I would have a kazoo.
You would have a kazoo.
I'd have several because I loot several.
So could Grigsby just so abandoning that plan? Can Grigsby do something nutso with your best ability that would be surprising to the troll? Because if you roll a 6, it doesn't matter that you're in Deathwish.
Yeah, I can try to play the kazoo.
I think you should play Happy Birthday for the troll.
I mean, if you think about it, I mean, you have really good emote and you have really good dabble.
Surprise!
So you're gonna try and tell this troll it's his surprise birthday party, huh?
Yes.
Okay. I can see that as an emote. Sure. Deathwish position. Normal effect. I don't think he was ready for you to wish him a happy birthday after he threw you out a window.
Okay.
I gotta
So, yeah.
push.
Deathwish normal, let's say.
You might want to push this one.
Yeah, so that's max.
Jack, you might want to assist.
Yeah,
You're right there.
I'd be happy to assist by
Surprise.
yeah. As soon as I hear the kazoo
Streamers.
playing Happy Birthday, I'm going to shoot off my gun in a salute. So I'm not shooting at the troll. I'm going yee-haw and shooting my gun off.
That's great. Okay, so that's 1 stress for plus 1d there.
Hey, so that's 5d6.
Do
There you go. How can you fail?
that.
Literally impossible.
Here we go.
Got this, Grigsby.
Okay, so that is gonna put 2 ticks on his stone clock. And so he's like, "What?" And he turns to stone.
Gosh.
And so because that was a critical success, he's going to be stoned for a while, but eventually his regeneration will break the stone off of him.
Yeah.
And when you completely fill this clock, which is 2 more regular petrifications or 1 more crit, then he'll be petrified for so long he's effectively out of the fight.
Okay.
But in the meantime, Grigsby is still in his hand, which is now rock.
Oh, goody.
Now is a good time to transform into something because I'm
There
a
you go.
golem.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, disconnect your upper body and your lower body
Yeah.
to sort of. Okay, what's the action for that?
It's pack.
Okay. So you're pulling pieces of your body apart over a huge abyss. So I'm gonna call that desperate. and it is something you can do, so normal. So that'll get you all the way inside on a success.
I only have 1 dice. I don't know if I want to do this.
I can assist.
Pull him in, sure.
Pull him in. I think I'm in a pretty good position to do that.
Okay. That'll be one stress for you, and that'll
Yep.
get him up to 2 dice in this desperate position.
Can we bring in our fairies now that the nemesis is out? Kind of loosen up the situation a little bit with some more bodies.
If you think that's a good plan.
It's ASX fairies.
Having the fairies show up now to interact with the king to possibly distract for Irma being able to take a shot, that might be a good idea.
Well, you'll
Yeah.
probably be in a better position when they finally fire this cannon shot, which they can't do until they deal with the troll.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Grabbing Grigsby and shooting the
Yeah.
cannon in time.
I'll roll the 2 then if Jack is willing to assist.
Yep. I
Okey
just
doke.
spent the point of stress.
Okay, cool. So there we go.
6. All right.
Nice.
You pull yourself apart, get pulled in the window, and put yourself back together again.
Well, that was real close, partner. Do you
Yep.
have a sense of how long it takes a troll to de-stone after being surprised?
A controlled consequence long.
46 hours.
Okay. All right. Let's. Do we still have a shot with this cannon?
Yeah. Do it.
Yes. Yeah, you could shoot around the troll. There's still the opportunity. But Grigsby never did resist that reduced effect, so it'll only be with 2D for the fortune roll.
Right.
All
And
right.
Elise
So I'm
and
rolling.
Irma are still in the blast
2d6.
radius, so anything lower than a 6 is really dangerous here.
Come on. Yes.
There you go.
Big money.
Woo!
Boom. Okay. So the vibrating Ashva is going to be completely unharmed because they're immune to explosives. The chitinous Ashva underestimated bombs. The fast Ashva was really hoping to get a chance to run away and did not, and the drained Ashva never got charged. So that went badly for them.
Good.
Orthane is going to use their guard clock again to have their bodyguard protect them again. And the furs are going to take 2 ticks on their clock. So yeah, that's the end of the furs army.
Okay.
However, that means 4 new Ashva.
Right.
Yeah.
But that was going to happen. We have to kill him the first time before we can get him the
Yep.
second time.
And they're gonna come back as a variety of something.
Yep, I'm gonna make them up as I get the chance.
Yep. So far they're vibrating.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, something just exploded around them. It makes
yeah.
sense.
All right. So that was our last shell, but I think that was a good use of that explosive.
I'd say so.
Yeah, which means that Irma should be able to have a very decent shot here.
Okay. So what are you going to do?
I am going to. Now, the king has 2 focuses, correct?
That's right. One, the risky one is on you, and that represents himself. And he's got a controlled focus for commanding his forces, which is currently on the townsfolk.
So I want to maintain that I am a threat to maintain his focus on me, but I don't necessarily want to trigger that. So I think what I'm going to do is I am going to start taking shots at like his guard.
At the bodyguard?
Yeah, the bodyguard.
Okay. So they are threat 2 with potent armor. So you should be able to hurt him with some pushes and stuff. What are you? What are your What are you shooting with?
I'm shooting with my specialized signature weapon.
Okay, so that adds the elixir, which will be potent against the armor.
Mhm.
And then the gun itself is threat 1, scale 1, so that should get you to normal effect. And since they're just a normal character, that'll kill them in one shot. Normal effect.
Okay, would you still say that I am playing bait?
So you're not baiting anything new, but you are still being focused, and you will take a risky consequence before rolling.
Even though it's not directed at the
Right.
person.
Because the focus is on you. If the king was focused on themselves, then it would only trigger when you target the king.
You're taking
Okay.
an action.
What is he attempting to do?
Okay, so you're agreeing to take the focus. He is going to risky. Oh, that would be desperate. So it'll have to be something risky. I know. He will simply walk up and grab you.
We run into a lot of grabby enemies.
Grappling is a really effective way to screw with somebody's position, I've found.
No, he doesn't
You
get to do
gonna
that.
resist that?
I am going to resist that. Would you say that I'm still protecting a teammate?
No, yourself is not a teammate.
That's not true.
I am defending Elise, and I'm defending this bridge.
Just gotta split your
Technically, it's not necessarily
consciousness. Have fun, go around. Dog.
Yep. Yeah,
One
we
less
could.
stress to push myself on defending. Give me just 1 second. I'm verifying that I don't have anything that triggers here. Don't think anything does. So would you say that is another awareness?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. 5.
Okay. So you take 1 stress and you keep from being grappled, but he's still in close of you.
Excellent. I should get greater effect then. Kick his ass.
You would have greater effect to target him, but you're targeting his bodyguard, so it's still normal effect. And now that there's a threat 3 enemy in close of you, you're also in desperate position.
Yep.
Okay. So bait doesn't count here then.
I don't think so. I don't know what it says it does.
When you use an action to provoke an enemy and putting their focus on you.
No, he's already got his focus on you.
Excellent. All right, so that would be what can I use morale again for?
Anything you can do with stress except resisting.
Got it. Which leaves me with just 2 dice. But I can still push for an effect when making a ranged attack against a target in close.
But your target is at medium. That's the bodyguard, right?
Because the king is the one that's in close range.
Yep.
Would Elise be able to help me with a setup? Or
If Jack wants to roll it.
That's right, Jack rolls it.
I can. I don't have great abilities for that kind of thing. That would be a hunt.
Yep. To give Elise an order is hunt.
Okay.
If you want Elise to just assist, you just pay 1 stress.
Oh, I see. And so that's just as if I were assisting.
Exactly.
Right.
All right. So I can do that. I can. I did just, by the way, give myself 1 morale. I'm going to say that in my background as a wanderer, I dealt with a troll one time.
I'm sure they're pretty common.
Yeah. But I just wanted to make a note of that.
Jack, seen everything in the labs.
Oh yeah, I remember the last time I sung "Happy Birthday" to a troll.
Yeah, it's all the time.
Works
Those
every
trolls
time.
can't resist that one. So
And then
I
you're
can
spending
spend
that
that.
morale to assist.
I can spend
Yep.
that morale to assist you.
There you go.
All right, here it goes. 4.
Okay. So you take your shot, blam blam, and the bodyguard tries to create an ice wall, but your shot takes him out. And then Orthane Kinslayer sticks his enormous spear right through you.
Oh, what?
So that's broken harm.
Hate when that happens.
And then he concentrates for a moment, and the spear unfolds inside your body, upgrading the harm to fatal.
Mm-hmm.
I knew Ian wanted to kill Irma all along.
You did run up in front.
I did.
I feel like this wasn't my choice.
Yeah.
You got a lot of stress though, and morale. But you can't use the morale.
You can't use morale, but for that.
You might
but-
still have load for armor too. I don't know.
Oh, I haven't used any of that yet.
Oh yeah, that would be a good
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah, totally going to.
So it's 1 load for leather armor, and that'll let you check your armor box to reduce it 1 harm.
Mm-hmm.
So that gets you down to
Broken.
broken. Yep.
But I actually have my flowing cloak, which is an outfit box, which can technically also go for armor. So that would put it down to a wound.
Okay, there you go.
But he still speared me, or would it actually have like moved off her shoulder or something? I mean, she is a little body.
Oh, you're
Giant
saying
spear.
yeah. So actually, you're right that the spear unfolding wouldn't trigger until after it actually goes in you. So yeah, it's just a glancing hit at this point.
Okay, but I still need to take both armor boxes, correct?
Yeah, to get it down to glancing. If you want to just
Got it.
take the wound, you can just do 1 armor box.
No, I will go ahead and I will resist that.
Well, you could now that it's down to a glancing hit, you could just pay 1 stress to make it go away.
I have some. I can't use morale for that, but I can pay 1 stress.
You can use morale for that because
Oh,
it's not
sweet.
a resist. Yeah.
I'll totally do that.
Woohoo.
Okay.
I'll just-
So he goes in for the spear stab, and it deflects off your armor, and so he does not use up its unfold ability yet. He's still got that ready.
This is what peak system mastery looks like.
I'm tempted to shoot him in the face, but I think that's when he gets his focus is already on me. So I think that he automatically gets to be able to do it again.
Yes.
But give me 1 second. I need to verify.
Well, it is only a risky focus, so he won't be able to fully stab you again, but he'll be able to mess you up in other ways.
Yeah. Being able to take more pot shots. Yeah. And his guard is still alive.
Oh, sorry, no, I just didn't erase it, but
Okay.
you killed it.
Okay.
Okay.
Killed her, I should say.
Okay. So what we've got left to fight is him, some Ashva, and a troll that's currently stoned but will unstone at some point.
Yep.
I would say this is where we trigger the fairies.
I think this is the time. Yes.
Okay.
My finger's been on the button the entire time.
And I'm going to do that by allowing his risky focus to go off again on me. Because that's going to give them greater effect for however they are going to interact with him in this moment.
Yeah, screw you, Orthane.
You're gonna try and set up their action, which you haven't
Yes.
decided on yet.
Yes.
Okay. Maybe you should decide on what they're gonna do before you set it up.
What do you think, guys? How should we do it? Should we just totally have a portal or something come up behind him or something, and they
Yeah, I think that we have some kind of mirror that we've set up, and we've got him right where we want him.
Avengers
So we have a
Endgame.
mirror right ready at this causeway for them to come through from Ildathok.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what we could get from them could include a team of super ninja assassin types.
Yep.
Yes. Two of those. Two super ninjas.
We could also have. Could you just go through the options again, please?
Yeah, for sure.
Sorry.
Well, here's a thought. Irma sets it up, whatever we end up doing. So Irma triggers the focus, hopefully knocking out the rest of the guard clock. Fairies interact, and I think one more cannon shot if we have one left.
We're out of explosive
We
shells.
don't have explosive shells left. We could see if there are.
I have Philosopher's Stone. I have an entire supply of that I specifically took for that. Would that help in this case or no?
That'd add potency, but it wouldn't make for a great cannonball. So the options, you could have them deploy an airship or war train. For the fairies, that would probably be deploying like one of those giant monsters that they've been working on engineering.
Okay.
And that can then suppress a whole army or engage a king so that he's like completely focused on fighting it, or blast a hole in a fortified position. They can deploy a task force of their elite units to accompany you, or they can make a significant diplomatic concession.
Right.
I think making a significant hole in a fortified position, would that technically be like his fortification personally?
Well, he doesn't have a fortification.
Yeah,
right
we're the
now.
ones with the fortification, and that's down right now. So I would say it really comes down at this point to some kind of giant creature that jumps on the king and starts wrestling it. A team of elite guards to come in and perhaps engage the remaining Ashva.
Mm-hmm. That would actually be really good because those are that's around Irma as well.
Yeah, you're in.
And I'm in Deathwish position. Right. I'm well aware if I do not roll well.
Right. So if we had them, chuck through a giant creature that gets into a kaiju match with this guy, then we're not worrying about him while he's fighting it out with that creature, and we deal with the Ashva.
Right, and the troll probably.
And the troll at some point, because we're going to roll badly enough that Ian's going to make the consequence the troll waking up.
Yep.
Here's an idea. Irma triggers the focus. That is the moment with her roll, hopefully getting the guard clock finished for him.
Okay.
At the same time, the fairies come and engage the Aspa, and that's when you, Jacques, wouldn't go ahead and do a sniper shot at the king. Okay. Because you're not the cannon, but you do really good shots, especially if it's lined up correctly. Grigsby can deal with the troll. That's his problem. He can just sing it happy birthday again.
All right. So in terms of distance, I have sharpshooter, which increases the effective range of my attacks by 1, but I do only have a pistol.
Yeah, so that gets you from medium out to long, but they're still at extreme away from your tower.
They're still at extreme. So I would need to get closer before I could do something useful with my pistol.
Yeah. If you do still want to knock this tower down, if you get everybody out and then knock it down before the troll gets off the top, that could be a way of taking care of him.
Okay. So so I think it makes sense for us to get down off this tower.
Okay, that sounds like a barrel roll.
Yeah.
I mean, I do have a troll gun.
Troll gun
that I haven't used yet.
You guys are already halfway to petrifying him, so killing him with raw damage is probably not the best choice. You could
Right.
definitely use the troll gun on the king, though.
I could. I also have a Kraken gun as well. What else do I have? I also have. No, that's medium range.
Probably not going to be able to use any guns while he's got his focus on you, though, at close
Yeah.
range.
No, I'm thinking of flashing back to giving it to Jacques.
Oh, I think his special abilities are revolver focused, but
Mm.
fan the hammer
Actually,
certainly is.
It says increases the effective range of your attacks by 1.
Yeah, sharpshooter can be used with any gun for sure.
Right. Does not work when shooting with scale, such as using a shotgun shell or fanning the hammer.
That's actually an old rule. I've changed that.
Oh, okay.
I
Right,
do have
sorry.
my Kraken gun, which is it fires harpoons with hunt, threat 3, effective range long.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well,
I could technically flash back to give that to you.
If you've
if I
got enough
had
lift
that,
for
then
it.
my sharpshooter ability would increase the range to extreme, and I could fire at normal effect.
My memory
Correct.
is that that's a pretty heavy gun, and you've already got the leather armor and the jacket. Are you sure you can carry it?
Let me double check. The load is 3.
Uh,
Oh wait, I hit special armor. I'm not supposed to do that. I'm supposed to hit armor box.
Yeah, I think you used armor and outfit that last time.
yeah.
Should still have your special open.
Yeah. Let's see, that's 1 load. I have 3 load. I don't think I've used any. I really honestly haven't used anything else in this battle that requires.
Yeah, just
special
the coat
load.
and the leather armor, right? The billowing
Mhm.
long coat.
Yeah, how much is the leather armor? I can't remember.
1. And the billowing long
1?
coat's also 1.
Yeah, so I still have 1 available, but the Kraken gun
Heavier than that.
is
Yeah.
load 3. Yeah, so I couldn't have had it.
That would be all of your loads. So
It
too
would
late.
be. Okay.
Unless you've got a spare point of potential, you can put in lift.
I don't.
Yeah.
I use
All
my
right.
potential to put dots in hunt.
Yep.
Okie doke. So there's no Kraken gun here, but it sounded like the plan was for Grigsby and Jack to get down off the tower, presumably along with the cannon crew.
Yeah, we might want to give them that suggestion.
Alrighty. So yeah, that sounds like a normal barrel roll from each of you, or a greater barrel roll from one of you if you want to get both people down.
Barrel. Ian trying to get us to make a roll for a certain action.
Yep.
Like,
He's a bitter end.
Well,
you
I want a
could
barrel.
finesse your way down the tower, but it'll
I
be
want a
with
dabble.
reduced effect.
Well, I have 1 die in barrel.
Okay.
You actually took it?
Yeah. I
He
told you
broke
that
the
a while back.
lines. He broke our picket lines, Jack.
I have 1 dot in barrel, but not like 3 or anything.
All right. So to get everybody down the tower, you're starting at limited effect. Or to get yourself down, you're at normal effect.
Right. So limited means I'd need to make a couple of rolls.
Yeah, you would either be 2 rolls or you could trade position for effect, because right now you're at controlled.
Hold on,
Right.
Jack. This sounds like the
I'm guessing that
time
will
for an
wake the
emergency
control up.
balloon or something, which we can equip.
All right. So I'll make a roll with barrel. I'll trade for position for effect if that will get everybody out. Grigsby, would you be able to assist with that? I know you don't have any dice in barrel, but if you have a relevant ability.
Craft a sled.
I say we balloon out or some.
Do you have a
using
balloon?
I mean, I'm pretty sure because I have three ticks and dabble, which gives me like a bunch of items.
I believe it's an aeronaut item, and I think it's pretty heavy.
Yeah.
Two.
Do you have enough load? Yeah, it's 2
The
load,
emergency balloon is 2 load.
Yeah.
and it's an aeronaut exclusive. But it will get you straight out of here.
Right. Well, if you wanted to do that, that would be 2 loads, so that's kind of rough.
But it gives us height advantage, which is always powerful.
Yep. Yeah, no, it's not a ridiculous thing to do.
Okay, I'm gonna do that, and I have nothing written as my load so far.
Okay.
So I don't know if I used anything last time.
All right. That's fine.
The only other thing to consider is that it can only carry 2 people.
Right.
So you'll be leaving the gun crew up here with the troll.
All right. Now, if we just say to the gun crew, "Hey, you might want to be out of here."
Yeah.
I understand that
They'll
won't
start
get them.
running.
Yeah, that won't get them out of the tower immediately, but they do have the ability to do stuff without us specifically
for
making
them,
a
yep.
roll for them.
Yep.
So I'd be okay with that because we're not taking the tower down immediately,
Mm-hmm.
and we're not going to dump it on them.
Okay. So you're gonna give them a warning, and then Grigsby's gonna pull out a balloon and float you both out the window.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, you're not.
Welcome back.
Where did you get that thing, Grigsby?
I stole it from Irma. She hasn't realized I just put a bag in there. That's the replacing.
And the gun crew is like, yeah, give them hell. Because they don't see this as you abandoning them. They see this as you charging into battle.
Yeah, we're heading in toward the enemy. So, all right, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, that's what we're doing. Cool.
All right, so we've gotten closer to the bad guys
And further from the troll. Yep.
and further from the troll, which may or may not be a useful thing to do.
You are at long range now if you want to start shooting at individuals.
Okay.
I can't take a rifle anymore, but I do have the Guild's Weight bullets for you, Jack.
Okay. And we've already established that these guys, these Ashva, feel a bit guilty. Somewhere deep in their soul, they're feeling some guilt for all of their terrible.
Well, the Furs did. After they were murdered, I don't know if they still feel guilty anymore.
All right. So
let me roll with 0D there.
Oh, okay. Okay.
No, their guilt's gone. It is long gone.
Okay.
This is a fight for
Darn.
survival now.
Yep. Okay.
Grigsby, you can take that supply of Guild's Weight back since you never used it.
Right.
Well, can we use it against the king or somebody?
Oh, the king was never guilty about this.
Yeah, I don't think there's any role that would make him
He's
guilty.
probably has like righteous anger or something.
Whatever. I'm gonna mess him up. Okay. So we're above them.
You're still long range, but you're in the air, yeah.
Okay. So at this distance, I could use my my pistol. I could fan the hammer against the. I'm guessing that wouldn't do enough against the king, but if I were firing at the Ashva, that would increase my scale by 1.
Yeah, and since their armor's dissolved, that's enough to take out one of them per shot. That's normal effect.
Okay.
And then if you're pushing for effect, that'll bump you up to greater. So you'll kill like 1.5.
I can set you up as your spotter again.
Okay. All right. That's cool. So why don't you give me a setup and I can push. That's
Cool.
All right. Setting up the shot sounds like
remaining stress.
controlled normal to me.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'm doing that, and then I also have improved effect, so hopefully it's something good.
Controlled greater then.
Oh, cool.
5.
Okay. So you line up a really good shot. And then as the controlled consequence, the sniper Ashva, who has mutated a biological gun, blam, shoots your balloon and it starts leaking. And so if you don't resist that, then after Jack's action, you guys will land on the ground.
Okay, but we're not going to smash into the ground.
Yeah, you're just drifting.
Drifting down. Okay. All right, so I can take...
So before you take your action, the other thing that happens is that the king is going to move his controlled focus onto you.
Oh, goody.
From me?
No, No, the risky focus is still on you. He's got got
Okay,
2.
I'm just verifying.
Yeah,
that
he's got
it's-
the risky focus for his battle senses, and then his controlled focus for commanding his soldiers.
All right.
Got it. Got it.
Okay. I'm going to take the shot anyway, unless you have a problem with that, Grigsby.
No, not at
So
all.
Grigsby's setup, and you're pushing for effect, right?
Yes.
So with Grigsby's setup, that gets you up to extremes. So you'll
Okay.
be able to shoot 2 of them dead with 1 action.
All right. So that's a push. So I'm using Fend the Hammer. So with a push. Okay.
And this will
Alright, so
be
that's-
risky
so I'm
position.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. So I can roll 3 dice.
Yep. But if you're taking the action, the king is going to do his interrupt.
Oh,
from his
right.
threat
Yeah.
clock. So you're sure you want to do it? I'm not saying it's a bad idea. I just
Yeah.
giving
No.
you fair warning.
You're doing the fair GM thing, which is
It's okay.
totally.
Take
fine.
it this round, and then we can deal with the focus, and then take them down.
Yeah, because remember, I'm about to make a move.
Yeah.
So his focus may actually shift. Maybe.
All right.
Do my job right, it may very well shift away from you, which means
Alright.
you have the chance to make the shot.
Okay. So I'm going to hold off until we get the right shot. So we're
So
still
do you want
drifting down.
So do you want me to go ahead and trigger this?
Yeah. Why
then?
don't you do that, and then I'll take the shot as soon as I have that opportunity.
So you're trying to bait his second focus so that they're both on you. Is that right?
No,
very
we're trying to bait it so it goes to Irma.
Yeah, both of them, because you already have 1.
Yes. Yes.
So he's going to hit you with 1. Then if you succeed in your action, he'll lock onto you with the other one.
Exactly.
Oh, good
That
Lord.
is a really risky plan.
Yeah.
So
Yes,
you're
it
going to
is.
take a risky consequence to save Jack from taking a controlled consequence.
Yeah. I don't know that that's a good.
It's
That is
mechanically.
fair.
I'd rather take the shot and we can take the controlled consequence.
Yeah, let's
Do
that.
it then.
Okay. So the controlled consequence is the king sends out an infrasonic pulse, which is how revenants communicate over long distances. And in the distance, the troll breaks out of the stone and is like, "Rrrr," wakes up.
Well, that was just.
Oh no, the townsfolk are starting to be attacked. Irma doesn't care.
And so now you're making your shot at risky extreme. Which 2 Ashva are you aiming at?
Let's see. I think the sniper Ashva and the drained Ashva.
Good plan. All right.
All right, and because I'm pushing for effect, I don't get an extra die. We're
Mhm.
going for all effect, which means I have 3 dice, and that's it. Does that
You
sound
can
correct?
push for effect and dice on the same roll if you've got enough stress.
That would bring me up down to exhausted. So this push brings me down to 2.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I'd like to save the extra 2, even though I get some nice abilities once I'm exhausted. That's just a matter of time, though. So I think I'm going to roll the 3 dice and not do a double push or anything.
Sounds good.
All right, 3 dice. 6.
Blam blam. All right, you cut them down. And yeah, the Kinslayer sees you as a threat, but he's still just gonna only keep his controlled focus on you.
Okay. And we drift down to the ground.
That's right.
Okay. Where are we? We're in the towns now.
So you guys are sort of landing it, so it's up to you. You can either land on the cliff, just along the defensive wall, or you could float all the way down and land in town, where there's more opportunities, but also, you got to work through buildings and stuff.
Where's away from people right now?
Away from people?
Or away from the enemy where they don't see us? Is there?
You're at long range from them either way.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Cliff then.
Well, what's the best place to be firing from?
I would think probably up on the wall, because then you're shooting down at them.
All right. So I would be in favor of that if you're okay with that, Grigsby.
Sure.
Right.
All right. So you land up on the wall, about halfway between the breach and the gate and the tower.
Okay, that sounds good.
Oh, one last thing. That means you're only at medium range from the troll. If you land
Huh.
down in the town, then you're at long range from the troll because he'd have to jump down the tower and then jump down the cliff. So that's one last factor there.
All right. I think I'd still rather be up on the wall.
Okie doke.
All right. Triggering things. Hopefully the fairies show up.
You want to call the fairies in now?
I think now's a great time for that.
Mhm.
Okie doke.
Yes.
So is it going to be the kaiju or is it going to be the army of mustard seeds or what's the plan here?
What's on Irma right now?
Risky
King.
focus from the
Right.
king.
Right.
Who's also in close range.
But if a kaiju jumps on him and tries to swallow him, then presumably his focus gets distracted.
Yes.
Right.
I kind of would hope that.
Yeah. If we do that, that gives Irma the chance to try to get the focus back on her, which if I do that, I think I have a special ability which triggers.
Bait.
Yeah,
Right.
bait. I get a +1 die on my roll.
Okay.
If you want to take the
So-
focus back from the
Yeah.
giant monster.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we can use that at some point. Yes.
Yeah, let's-
Absolutely.
let's
So
call in the
let's
So what do you
summon.
think? Some kind of kaiju monster?
Yeah.
Do
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So
So-
we have a mirror all set up and ready for a kaiju to jump through it. We've established that as the plan with the fairies. They've been watching through the mirror. Tell me if that's wrong.
Oh, I'm sure they have.
Waiting for just the right time to send this thing that they have been working on for some time.
Oh, young one.
And they think they've been building the coolest monster they can possibly imagine to fight this thing. And there's a whole betting pool all ready to go on how it's going to do.
Yeah, because they're watching this in Ildathok, so that whenever the wind blows, they just see like a freeze frame of how the battle is
Yeah,
advancing.
So they're all sitting there in a giant audience betting on the results of this battle.
And
So-
control seed, mustard seed actually betting against Irma.
Mustard Seed died.
Yeah.
Or there goes.
Oh, right. I
Sin.
played part in that. Don't
Yeah,
feel guilty
died for
whatsoever.
you.
Let's go.
Okay. So I think we're coming right up
Mustard Seed had a
on
Deathwish.
our final break. So let's go on break and then come back to the grand finale here.
All right, this is another good breaking spot.